Yo, welcome back to the
Yo, what's
Saturday Hoop
good?
Podcast.
What's good, baby?
Yo, Jaekp Walts, he's one of the co-founders of the Saturday Hoop Podcast. My brother for over, he's my brother. That's all y'all need to know. So what I'm gonna allow him to do, right? Um, he's a motivational speaker, he's a accountability coach, and he's an artist, right? So he's got the same like y'all know why we do the guest, and y'all know what the guests mean to me, and y'all know what the guests mean to the who. So much more meaning here than just an ordinary guest. Like we wouldn't
I
be right
appreciate
here.
that. I appreciate
We
that.
wouldn't be right here if
Yeah.
it wasn't for Jay Walls.
Word.
So what I'm gonna allow my brother to do, right? I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself. I'm gonna allow him to talk to y'all and let y'all know um, why is Saturday Who embedded in his veins? Like why is it running through his blood? Like what made him this way, where he from, how he a little bit about how he grew up and what shaped him to be the individual he is today. So without further ado, my brother Jay Waltz,
What's
welcome
up?
back,
Yo, I
bro.
appreciate it,
Good to
bro.
see
I
you, bro.
appreciate it.
Word.
I grew up more quiet. I was someone who didn't challenge things a lot. You know what I mean? I spent most of my life in the Bronx. Grew up in the Bronx, down in the back section. Nobody knew where I say where I'm from, down by the water, because I couldn't really say Soundview because that was Soundview.
Yeah,
But if you say you from
yeah.
Soundview, they gonna misconstrue
Right,
where you from. Like,
right,
not, yeah, I could say Shore Haven. After a while, you couldn't even
right.
say Shore Haven.
Nah,
like,
yeah,
but
yeah. You by the water.
I'm from by the water. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm amphibious and all that. Uh, but so I came. Me and bro, I met bro in middle school. I met
Facts.
bro in middle school. Didn't start off as with us being friends,
Nah.
right? But somehow, some way we got there. All I remember is inviting him over for to to get some cookies. Pause. You feel me? We got there. We
No
got
cookie.
there. We got there, and my little brother had ate them shits.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I had balked on him. I feel bad for that now, but
Yeah.
fast forward, like any friendship, you touch base here and there. You don't even know after a while. Like you look back and that's when you understand that you were traumatized or whatnot, or
Facts.
you've been through things. But when I'm going through it, I just was like, I'm not a good communicator. If you move, it is what it is. I didn't. I let things just happen, and then I dealt with the cards that was given to me.
Facts.
Uh, that got me into a dark place. The dark place got me. The dark place got me to like wanting to unalive myself. I don't know what terms we use on
Nah,
here.
you
You know what I'm
just
saying? Because
be raw, be raw.
I
You on
got
a
to the
path of
point where
suicide and destruction.
I,
Yeah, self-destruction.
it was to the point where like nothing made sense, and it's like,
Right.
why am I if I go, I get to be with bro, like, why am I here dealing with any of this? You don't respect me, you don't love me, nobody wants me around, like I'm
Hmm.
causing problems. Like mathematically, let me dip. That is so unhealthy, and I didn't know what to do.
Right.
I remember telling my brother, and my brother that he's a game head. That night he stayed there, and I'm like, yo, what you doing here? He's like, well, you told me this, so I'm just hang out here with you. And I was like, all right,
Hmm.
I gotta call Sheemie. At this point, I don't think we was really. It wasn't this yet. You know what I'm
Yeah, it
saying?
wasn't where we at right now.
At that point, I don't even know if I had authority to call you for that.
Nah, for
You
sure.
I don't
Nah, I
I
understand
don't
what
know.
you're
I
saying. Yeah,
know that now. I
yeah.
don't
Because
know
we
it.
were we were we were stuck at the time. We were stuck in the cycle of life is happening and friends gonna speak when friends speak, or like my brother's living, he's over here, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, and when we touch base, we'll touch base, and
Hmm.
that was just regular programming for us
Yes.
instead
Yes.
of like this is a relationship I worship, and like if you got a like I just want to rabbit hole real quick, if you got a significant other, you don't touch base with you don't say, hey, life is happening and I'll speak to my wife whenever.
Right.
You cherish that relationship, you put
Right.
in time. So
Right.
we were stuck in the like, yeah, this is my brother, but because that's my brother, I'll speak to him in 6 months.
Right.
So that's probably why you didn't feel like you was able to
Right, because
lean
it's
on
like
me
like
like
not
that.
not 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 to say like, oh, you call every time you call you need something, but like when you are unhealthy and you need help, it could seem like you are a bother to somebody. So I didn't know at the time, but I knew I needed help. I knew I needed to get out of where I was at.
Right.
And the only thing I could think of is like distances what separated us. I knew about the roommate situation. I never
Yeah.
did, and I boxed in,
Yeah. So you
boxed
felt,
in,
so you
bro.
felt, I'm sorry to cut you off,
Nah, go
bro,
ahead.
but so you, just so we could backtrack a little bit, being from the Bronx, and I'm gonna connect the dots here because you said that we can't even call your portion of the where you grew up at. We can't even give it a name of sound
Yeah,
because it is the Soundview
it
section.
it
But let's connect the dots here because we were talking about you in the box. So like a sense of belonging, a sense like, and you talked about this person don't love me, this person don't respect me. Your neighborhood doesn't get the respect of being called a neighborhood because it's not around the pro.
look at that.
Let's
Look at that. Look at
link the
that. Look at
dots
that.
here.
Look at that.
So you now being a motivational speaker and accountability coach, how did all that shape you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I now understand that for me and my story and my journey and what I knew I was capable of,
Facts.
it was a lot of excuses. It was a lot of I was scared.
Hmm.
Uh, I I I used to blame my dad. I used to blame my father. Like, oh, till this day, as a married man, I bump into situations and I'm like, you've been around all the, you could have gave me something. So I didn't have that. I didn't have that.
Right.
So I think that was the excuse. But it was a bunch of excuses, and I didn't know that they were excuses.
Right.
I was just doing it. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when you get put into that place of submission, you don't speak back, don't say these things because you're wrong. It's like, all right,
Mm.
I'm wrong. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Any pushback leads to more, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And then that's jumping back because I tried to move forward, but that's when you pulled up. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And bro was kind of, he was
Right.
disrespectful. Like he
Yeah.
brought an edge to it. I'm like, because you can't say that to your parents. I only saw my friends that look like that talk to their parents like that, and it was a known fact that they could do that.
Yeah.
So when you came through and you was like, whatever, like just being you,
Right.
essentially, that's
Right.
what it was.
Right.
Uh, you being you and me seeing that introduced the whole world of maybe I can, or maybe this is possible,
Hmm.
and it won't result in that.
Hmm.
Like when we locked the door, my mom would have. It'd have been over.
Yeah.
You was
Yeah.
there though,
Yeah.
so
Nah, that was a
you
funny
know what I
story.
mean.
It was winter time. It wasn't we. Ma, I know you watching this. It was him that locked. Nah,
He do it on
nah.
purpose. I'm
I
like,
I still don't
wow.
remember what happened because
Slam lock, slam lock.
the slam lock locks the door. He lived in the private houses, and I was over at his house after school, the usual wintertime. Mom Dukes got locked out the crib. She's standing in the cold, banging on the door. We upstairs on the other side of the house, and she probably was out there for like 30 minutes, freezing her ass off.
She made
And
it seem like it.
she came in that house on fire, and
He gonna make me laugh. But when I made you laugh in front of Bobby, it was like, yo, why you doing that? And
that
then
was
he
after
gonna be
that.
like,
That was
I'm
after
like,
that. That was after that. But yeah, you
it was
should have
after
known
that.
better. Yeah,
Nah, the
you
Bobby
should have.
joint, I didn't because you played a lot. I'm like, he got it from somewhere. I
Yeah,
didn't know. He
yeah.
said, yo,
But
what are you doing?
but we can, and that was, but that's the beauty of it because we came from two different households. We was raised two different ways. So
Word.
like he said, when I came there and I was like, I was that little teenage kid challenging things like, yo, bro, like,
You
like,
challenged me.
like comedians that talk about how they go to their white friend's house and they talk back to their moms
Right.
and stuff. But I would go to his house and I would hear the conversation or the one-sided conversation with his moms and I'd be like, nah, bro, you
Yeah.
tell your moms.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I'm
in
like,
my house,
what are you talking
and
about?
then his moms would be like, nah, he's bugging. I don't know if he could come back here anymore. But like those, that speaks to the importance of diversity though,
Right.
like having opening up because I think I had seen what you had before. I just didn't know it. You had seen what I had before. We just didn't trust the other people enough to open it up and receive it. You trusted me enough to open up and see like his belligerence or what can seem disrespectful, challenging his parents when he's growing up, um, isn't out of malice. It's out, he's still a loving person. You know what I'm saying? So like It's interesting to rehash out these stories and hear how, because I know how it shaped me, but to hear how it
Right.
shaped you
I think
to
I
now, you
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
when we recorded the pod, so I just recently went over and watched the whole podcast and seeing him break down how it affected him. I don't think I ever really thought about it. And you said something about, there was things in my house that you took from, and I was saying like I couldn't even see those, like the things that you saw, I didn't even see those things. So
Big fact.
it blessing in disguise.
Big fact.
Fast forward, Virginia,
Hmm.
broken down bad, the suicide thoughts
We're
and
adults now.
thinking. We're
We're adults now at this point.
at an age.
Yep.
I'm an adult in age at
Yes,
least,
yes.
right? At 26, 27, still making some decisions. I couldn't
Hmm.
consider myself an adult for real, right?
Yep.
But fast forward there, and I needed help, and it was like real therapy. It was a lot of vulnerability. It was a lot of vulnerability and saying, hey, like, cause like I said, 6 months in between,
Hmm.
very not very unintentional. It is what it is. Very
Right, right.
unintentional. It happens how it happens. When I needed help, it needed to be, take care of me, please. Like, you the only one, 6 months. You the only one I could please, and I only knew how to be vulnerable. And he had to, like, I don't think I was even. You had to teach me more. I
Yeah.
thought my vulnerability was decent. You
Right,
was
right,
like,
right.
nah, you kind of have to eat,
Yeah.
and you have to act. You don't got nothing. Like, you gotta, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was like, you right. Like,
Yeah.
you ask for help, take the help, type of vibe, type of
Right,
situation.
right, right.
Uh, that happens. Y'all check out episode 4, I believe it is, so you could get the whole rundown of that. Came out here and boom, COVID. Like, welcome to San Diego. Um, and then even in that, there was no, there was just no connection. So we still on that. It's still that journey. You go back and check it out. We talk about that more. And through him in his profession and coming home and bringing, that knowledge that he was obtaining there, seeing him practice his different things, it's my brother. Like, for me, the way that I am, like, I'm not looking at Jay-Z and all them. Like, it's the people that's next to me and what they doing that could.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Right. That
saying?
can
So seeing
inspire
him
you.
do
Yeah.
those things made it possible for me to do those things in my
Hmm.
mind. And
Yeah.
is the culture there is no excuses, for
Yeah.
real, for real.
Yeah.
And on in the time you was coming home, there was no separation of this versus that. You was
Right.
coming home and you was him. You
Right.
understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
And that, like, for better or worse, where I was, I wanted to get acclimated to that. That caused its own tensions in itself, but it's gonna hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And that's where it's gonna hurt, and me acknowledging that it's going to hurt and
Right.
becoming familiar with that, and then, like, putting it in different places. You go to the gym, you want to grow, it's gonna hurt. You want to be married, there's gonna be different conflicts in the relationship that you're gonna have to go through. You might not want to apologize, you might not want to be
Hmm.
mature, but it's
Hmm.
gonna hurt.
Yeah.
So getting familiar with the understanding that you're gonna go through something,
Mm.
that's what made me be like, come.
Come to
I'm
terms.
shy. I
Yeah.
was shy
Yeah.
talking to people. This is far from what I remember me being.
Right. Right.
So I can't even say it was. I,
You can't even
it
say
was
it was your
intentional,
childhood
but
and anything. Like
nah, like,
you,
yo, bro.
for me, it sounds like because I was about to say it seems like you went through phases, right?
Yeah.
You had your whole upbringing, right, and that gave you a foundation, whether it was a broken foundation, whether it was chipped away at, whatever foundation we have when we're ready to leave the nest. And then you had your 20s, and then we had our time in Virginia together. Then we had our time in California. It seems like every phase you went through, you was able to either patch up your foundation or just build
But
up that
every
house a little
time,
more.
bro, it wasn't enough. It was just like, it was like almost every time. And
Hmm.
and that, before my wife came into my life, I think I was okay with the almost, because there was always a safety net to catch me if I fell. And then
Right.
my wife came, and it's kind of like, you were almost a good partner. Like,
Hmm.
certain things just started to make more sense to me.
Hmm.
And then that's when the connection of, you say this,
Yep.
make sure you do this,
Hmm.
and you'll be good.
And that's what pushes you into the
Yeah,
motivation piece.
like if you
Yeah.
all of it, if you like save your money, stop clicking on the likes. I probably shouldn't be. I'm giving this. If you when you say be honest with yourself. When you say you're gonna do something and you do it, that's the key.
Mm.
That's the key. So, but like I said, I don't know if I said it here, but you could go back and look at we said it. There's an acknowledgement piece that needs to happen before you go on and do something else. Like I I, I emotionally ate
Mm.
and I wanted to work on it. And I always talked about it and complained about it. And I was like, you emotionally eat when you get sad or whatever,
Hmm.
you become a weak individual
Hmm.
and you look for immediate gratification
Hmm.
through sweets and things tasting good and some salty and it's right there when usually I'm looking for the nutrition. We're mature adults,
Hmm.
right? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But
Hmm.
if I don't acknowledge that I do that, I can never do anything about it
Right.
because I don't I don't know. I'm ignoring. I'm ignorant. I don't know how to put it, but
But if you can't acknowledge it, if you can't hold yourself accountable in your thought process, then you can't change your mindset. So if you don't
you
acknowledge that
can't.
you're doing the things wrong that's holding you back, then you can't change your mindset. You can't change your habit.
And that's where I'm at. I'm sorry.
So I got another question for you. I'm gonna go veer a little bit off topic, right? Because I know this is what everybody wants to know. First 4 episodes of Saturday Who podcast, y'all saw me and Waltz getting at it. Then we had guests coming through, and we got more guests coming through, right? So I want to know, and the people want to know, where have you been?
Oh man,
Where have you been? Tell us.
you want to know?
Just give
Well,
just
this
give us a little bit of little just
I
we don't hold nothing back from what do we call Saturday Who fans? The Whoanites. But nah, like the
the
Who's,
anonymous
like
ones,
what I'm saying? Yeah,
the
like
anonymous
the
ones.
anomalies. Because we different. Because everybody that's watching here is
Ooh,
different. We anomalies. We above average. So if you watching, you
the
above
weirdos.
average.
Now let me stop. The anomalies. I like how
So
you doing that.
like what we won't. I know why, right? We brothers, but people want to know. They want to, and you as deep as you want to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you to chill, but a little wave tops are where we've been at the last 3 months.
There were definitely things of like miscommunications in place on
Mm-hmm.
both of our parts.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have two people who are trying to grow,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, when you have two people who are growing every day, I I think there's an aspect in the growth of you actually changing. So like you as the individual have to familiarize yourself with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were both growing
Yeah.
familiar, hopefully, right, familiaring ourselves with ourselves,
Yep.
but there was never that conversation of
Connection.
yo, like this who I am this week, and
Yeah.
it's because I've been through
Yeah.
this, and we missed a couple of meetings, and
Yeah.
it's fast,
Yeah.
it goes fast, and then like that, and it's damn, like
Yeah.
I ain't speak to my brother in a little while, and
Yeah.
am I ever gonna speak to him again, like,
Yeah.
and those thoughts come passing, and it's my god kids called me,
Yeah.
and I'm a principle based person.
Right.
If I can't be mature enough to speak to the father or the mother of my godchildren
Fact.
as an adult who is influential, I should not be able to have contact with them because who knows, and my wife is like, yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
my niece and nephew,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you you made me love them. So
Mm-hmm.
what are we gonna do about that? And I said, well, I can't, talk to them because I'm not
Talk to.
talking with him. And she's
Right.
like, I heard you say that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like,
Right.
and then it turned into how much you love the kids, and pray is a big part
Yeah.
of it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
For sure.
I'm a heavy spiritual person. I believe in God, and
Indeed.
I couldn't do it by myself. I talk
Nah.
about a team a lot, and you my team.
Yeah.
And then for like it wasn't there. I didn't know. I didn't have the strength. I started praying, bro. I'm gonna be real. And
Mm.
if you know, you know, prayer works, and that's what it is. I swear that's what it is, and that's the best. As
Yeah.
we grow,
No,
it
I think
might
that
be
was
more.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
definitely.
But
Like I said though, like any relationship that means anything to you, like you gonna
you're
go
gonna
through
double back.
you
You're gonna
gonna
double
go through
back
that.
for sure.
Like it's like but like how did we expect to get to this point? How did us 7 years ago expect to get to where we at now by speaking every 6 months? There's I understand life will happen. I think I'm one of the busiest people that I know, right? I think I'm a busy person. I think he's a busy person. All of our time at any given point in a week can be accounted for, right? Like the duty I just did in my day job, my time was accounted
Right,
for.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So how do we expect for a relationship to grow if we wasn't putting in the time, right? And we were putting in a lot of time over the past year. Y'all watched the journey. Y'all watched Saturday Who go from a little bit of clips to where we at right now, right? It's no saying where we gonna go next. But we still wasn't putting in the time for the brothers. The
Right,
brothers wasn't putting in the time. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So like,
right.
um,
It was more so, hey, we both understand that
yeah,
we have to get this done.
yeah,
I understand that it made you feel that way,
yeah,
but what about what we supposed to
yeah.
do? And then it kind of was
Yeah,
like,
we gotta
yeah,
go
yeah,
here. We trying to
yeah,
get here.
yeah,
So
I don't
just keep
care
it.
about how
Just
you
shut up. Keep
feel
the
right
wheel.
now.
Yeah, keep driving.
Let's do it.
Shut up and keep driving. We're not
Yeah.
pulling over right now.
And in hindsight, I could see how that was unhealthy at the time,
Mm-hmm.
coming from being a person with so many excuses.
Right.
I didn't. My relationship with not right now when I actually can
Mm-hmm.
right now is confusing because there is a thing called patience for real,
Mm-hmm. Gotta be
and
patient.
in that season that's what I'm practicing patience a bit more for sure.
So with all that, y'all know why bro's been gone a little bit, or you know what I'm saying. How has that changed? How has that changed your course? What has that done to your course? And that could be within Saturday Who, that could be within um, just your personal life, your everyday life. Like this is a relationship that's of the most importance to both of us. So
Amen.
that that brief time we spent without each other was a strong growth period for both of us. So how does that change your course? I know, right? I'm asking for the people.
Right.
You know, how is it, give them the insight of your course
Well,
coming up next.
essentially,
Because you are accountability coach
right,
and you a motivational speaker, so
right.
like that's you like you they y'all walk around with ammo in your pocket.
Oh yeah.
That's how now you got two more hands full of ammo.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? So like of lessons. The ammo is lessons
Right.
because accountability coaches and motivational speakers they hand out lessons.
You gotta go. You either, if you really good, you could listen to other people's stories and learn from their stories, but you kind of gotta go through some
So
things. You gotta have a trial, right?
tell us about your course, bro.
Moving forward, what is it
Moving
looking
forward,
like?
yes sir.
So a lot of people ask me why I'm always yelling, and the best answer that I have is I'm trying to protect the younger me who didn't have that voice and who needed somebody to speak up for him or talk to him and get through to him. So there's a there's a there's a, a sense of nostalgia that's attached to where my pain is coming from, and I think that's what resonates with people. And what I want to do is, instead of, I think that this is hard.
Mhm.
You-
Mhm. Mhm.
I think the way that I come off is could be very abrasive and very abrupt and like I don't care, but I need people to know that I do. So what I'm bringing to you, if you like it, I wonder what you think about this. Is Therapy Tuesdays.
Mm.
So on Therapy Tuesdays, that'll be a time where we can go over a topic. We will post something. We'll post something in like the story or something.
Mhm.
Uh, what do y'all want to talk about? And then from there, I will be just taking a lesson like with what we go through, the works. I, this is new, so like I I'm uncomfortable right now,
I
and I
like
don't know how vulnerable it could come across here, but I want people to be able to see that compassionate side of me because I'm not just all screams. I play a lot, I love, I laugh, but I need to get it done too. And there's people who I want to reach more people. So I'm bringing it down. I want to know how you feel. I don't want to know what's on your mind. I want to know how we can help you. I want to bring the conversation more to a point where there's a bit more involvement. I want it to be a conversation. I feel like I yell a lot, just like y'all do. Uh, and I
I
want it
like
to
that.
be,
I like that answer.
yeah.
So I feel like first of all, bro, I appreciate the vulnerability and letting people in on. I mean, what's happening next? That's definitely something they need to know. But as far as the context, giving them context on our situation, that's good right there. That's good for them to know. It's important that the audience and people out there viewing see two men, two black men and two men like squashing it, like getting
Right.
through. Like, yeah, we call each other brothers, like, but how important this relationship is to him or me is only relative to us.
Yeah.
What they see is two men
Yeah.
really sitting down, and
Yeah.
this is what we've done our whole lives.
Yeah.
So you kind of like answer my next question with the Therapy Tuesdays. Um, I want you to talk to them about your accountability meetings, right? Because there's people out there like it's out there now. Like your accountability coach, motivational speaker, like it's out there. There's people probably gonna want to talk to you after this.
Right. Right.
So
Right. Right.
tell them about your accountability meetings, and what's the goal?
Uh, that's been a journey in itself. Great question. The accountability meeting it's free. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that a lot, uh, but it's not a joke, and it's free because it's I would like to say unorthodox. And as much as you give, I give. Right. So
Hmm.
the accountability meeting is not a joke. Um, Therapy Tuesday is so there's an understanding that there is another side of me, but on accountability day, I want to know why you didn't do what you said you were
You were
gonna
gonna
do,
do.
and during the week when you had time to talk to me on Therapy Tuesday to let me know how you was feeling, so I could know why. I'm not trying to hear that on Saturday. And that's not for everybody, but there's a couple of people, there's a few people, and I see y'all comment, I see y'all DMs, I see the thank yous, and that's my currency. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm looking for a couple of people to be very specific. I'm looking for three because what we do, there's no more than three that can be here. I want to be able to focus and give you my undivided attention. There will be a series of interviews. You'll have to definitely talk to him and talk to I so we can gauge and see if you are prepared for it. Um, because it's saying you're gonna do something and then making sure that it happens despite everything is a little bit harder than you think. We're gonna get it done, and you need to be ready for that. So we're gonna talk and see the type
Hmm.
of person that you are, because when you're in, I'm not trying to hear the tire popped and do you need to feed your daughter next week?
Hmm.
Are you paying the bills in your crib? So you still need to go to work. You calling out because you sick? Don't you work from home? Don't you work from home? You called out? Come on. I'm not trying to hear it. I was excuse king.
Yes, sir.
Excuse king. You could try it, and on Tuesday, if you felt the way about it, we could talk about it on Saturday. It's
Accountability Tuesday.
accountability day, not
I
grace
like that.
day, not compassion day, not none of that. If you want to do that, you start that meeting. I'll probably attend because I need balance. I need to practice
Hmm.
patience better on Saturday. You feel me?
So appreciate that.
Nah, for real.
So I feel like
People will not understand how much I can't make somebody respect my time. I can't make somebody respect Saturday who as much as we do,
right.
but you kind of have to if you I,
Whew, you
you
about to
feel your bro
that should be for
because you
save that for
can't you
accountability. You
cannot
giving up too
play
much.
because no because yeah
You
my
giving up
fault
too
my
much.
fault
You
my
giving up
fault
too much. Save that for
they be my fault they get
Yo,
me tight, bro. What do you do? Get up.
yo. So you see,
You say, yo, turn off the light. You go turn it off. How many times I've been asked you or
yeah.
Sami, yo, please turn on. You're right here. Why did you call him from upstairs to turn it? Get up. My fault,
So
bro.
y'all see what type of time. Y'all see, surround yourself with like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes what we talked about is we get a little unfamiliar to each other. That takes time, patience, and communication. Um, un like your communication has to be transparent though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You got to be real.
vulnerability, bro.
So I got one last question for you, bro. Motivational speaker, and I'm gonna keep drilling it into
Yo,
y'all heads.
repetition
This is Jay Waltz,
and
the
mind control.
motivational speaker. You see him give you he's about to bite the damn table just now,
Thanks for calming me
but
down.
because you was about to go off.
I ain't eat yet today.
This is the only Saturday Who table. This shit was about to be gone. But he's got the motivational speaking, and he's got the accountability coach. He's an artist, right? You heard some of my songs, the guitars on the song, him. There's some background vocals, him, and there's some verses, him. The one is a very popular song. The first verse is Jay Walt. So
Can I say that I
um,
appreciate being a part of that process with you?
sure,
That'll probably be who know we that's called night stuff, but
yeah,
he helped me
yeah,
get in.
bro.
I dabbled in it, but you definitely
So
this is something here,
yeah,
and
for
I'm
sure, they
glad
could
that
see
they
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but they
yeah,
need to see
and
it.
they seeing it
It's
on a
so
whole nother level. Now you
yeah
just
yeah
watched
yeah.
this level up. So like, go back on the Instagram and scroll down to those first videos, and then look at this now.
What?
You know what I'm saying? But what I was leading into though, what I was leading into is you got these the three-headed dragon right here, you know what I'm saying, in a good way, right? Fire breathing dragon. And all that you do as an artist and all the building, all the growth, all the pain that you do in your own individual lives and helping people bring things into full circle into their lives. What change are you trying to help people make in their lives?
I'm trying to get people to the point where change is a thing or cause I I I really believe that anybody can change because if you seen me if you seen me before you would not I me personally I kind of don't recognize myself anymore. I seen my mom change. My grandmother is 80 plus years old and she's changing right now. So that's why I'm talking about excuses is none of that. What I'm trying to do is make people want to change. That's why it's uncomfortable. My goal is to be that alarm clock, that thought of why am I laying down? Oh, Marv talking like I want to be. That sounds bad, but for
Nah,
lack of better
nah, I got
terms,
you.
I want to be a conscious because the way you thinking right now, you're not helping you. I want to help. I want to I want to help, bro. I've wanted help and I've gotten help and I think that is one of the catalysts to change.
Hmm.
So I just want to help you see it like why you want it because you're the one saying you didn't do you're the one not saying this thing and then not doing it is a real question when you say so why not? And when you really start breaking that down,
Hmm.
when you really start breaking down, why not? Ah, it just makes me feel like I wasted so much time, And I want you to feel that. I want you to feel my wasted time, so you could just stop right now at 2 years, or at you 18 right now,
So
or
you
you
could not
25 right
waste
now.
no
Just
more of your time.
yeah, be one of the wise
Yeah,
people I told you about, and learn from this. That's why I yell. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Because I want you to be able to. Maybe you could use me. Maybe you know what I'm saying, and you won't have to go through it because it is hard. So you gotta feel that.
hmm
Like nobody got to tell you don't touch the fire, right?
right,
Like you know it's hot. Like I need you to feel it. So it's like I'm not about to quit my job before I got another job lined up. I'm not
right.
about to graduate high school and not go to college. It's easy. 2 years, let me just get that online. Like I'm not just going. It's not tomorrow, right now,
hmm
and getting people there. And I think that's hard. It's hard. Okay, it's
Now,
gonna be hard.
hmm
It's gonna be hard. It's going
now,
to.
usually, the last few guests they leave with some parting words, motivational words. They use a quote or whatever. I don't think that'd be hard for you. So, you talked about your mission. Now I want you to just leave them with some parting words to close out the podcast.
Stop being selfish, but you need to be a little selfish, right? So, so from think about who you are doing it for, right? So, for example, my daughter and my son who are not born, not conceived, nothing, don't know happy, nothing, but they here. You feel what I'm saying? So, Penelope and Joaquin, I think about what I'm doing every day and how that affects them. And I'm just being very intentional. I'm being very intentional about that. What was your question? My why? Like what
Yeah,
makes me
yeah,
keep going? My
yeah,
thought, my thought of, or what should they be? Stop being selfish, right?
yeah.
And remember those people that you, because it's not you want to laugh and party and play with, you
hmm
want to enjoy it with somebody. So think of those people and even write it. Get a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper. I know it's for the meeting. I know, but here, get a piece of paper. Write down three names. I'm not. Don't write down mommy, daddy. Don't do sis, my bestie. I know you know, but let the universe know. Write down three names, right? And then under those names, I want you to tell me why, or tell yourself. Don't worry about me yet. Tell yourself why you need to get done what you need to get done, so for them, like how does you executing, how does you getting it done, how does you waking up in the morning, how does you going to the gym affect your daughter, your mom who's in the hospital and you can't do nothing for her, how does you continuing to keep going, how does that affect her? And when you think about that, yeah, you're gonna be tired. Yeah, you're hungry, but you're practicing fasting. Yeah, it hurt. It's going. I keep. It's gonna hurt. Uh, but when you think about them, it gets a little easy. It gets a little a sense of peace, kind of like, cause it's not from a bad place. It's like yo, like
hmm
when they come, when they born, they gonna be good.
Right, right.
That sense of I
hmm
gotta get it done. And you keep. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Like you know what I
Yes,
mean.
sir.
So I don't I don't know what he was asking me. You know what I'm saying? But I try because I'm gonna get better, y'all. This is vulnerable. You feel me? But
Nah,
I hope I answered your question.
nah,
I
you
hope
did,
I
bro. It's just the
answered.
parting
And if I
words.
didn't answer any of the questions, he asked questions, I don't remember answering them. I'm not gonna lie. But I said a couple of things in there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you was writing something down, but let's get
Listen,
to it.
so I want y'all to think about this. Think about moving forward, right? Saturday, who is an umbrella, and under that umbrella, there's so many things that
We got a lot to
make
offer, y'all.
make the who. So I want y'all to look forward to. I know right now, y'all look forward to the podcast every Saturday, myself and a guest, right? But I had to bring Waltz on here to let y'all know what else is gonna fall under the umbrella. So therapy Tuesdays, but I want y'all to send y'all love this way. Every video is gonna have his contact, his ats. You can always at the Saturday Who page to ask any questions. The Saturday Who phone number, it's out there. And once again, we appreciate you tuning in.
Very much.
And you see that Waltz is back, and you gonna catch him on Tuesdays, and you gonna catch me on Saturdays, and you could double dip with him on Tuesdays and Saturdays for his accountability.
Hold on. I like clarity.
Double
What you
dip,
mean?
double dip. Like you got a a Lay's chip, and you want the ranch sauce, and you dip it in the ranch sauce, and you want some more.
Oh,
So
well, we family. Yeah, we could double dip.
I'm not double dipping if
Hold on, wait. I'm talking about the sauce. I'm talking about the sauce.
You remember how to do this? Saturday, huh?
Saturday what?
Saturday who? Thanks for coming by, bro. It's
I
been
love
real
it,
good.
brother.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Thanks.
We love y'all.
Really
Peace out.
appreciate it.